As we sit here today, it can be argued we're coming out of one of the most challenging periods in our profession's history. Navigating a global pandemic, the aftermath of the murder of George Floyd and other high-profile use of force incidents, criminal conduct by law enforcement personnel, civil unrest, sweeping policy and legislative changes, defunding, calls for reimagining of policing amidst increasing crime rates. None of this has been easy. But I want to quote Tom Hanks from the movie A League of Their Own, who said, "If it were easy, everybody would do it. Hard is what makes it great." And what you've endured over the past 6 months has not been easy. As I was brainstorming some words of wisdom to share, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So a lot of times speakers will get up and talk about the things that we talk about all the time in law enforcement. Look and act professional, be safe, be accountable to yourself and others, be people of integrity, do the right thing at all times, etc. And all of those things are important, and you're going to hear them consistently when you get back to your respective agencies. But today, I thought I'd share a few thoughts on some of the things that I wish I was told coming into this profession. Things I had to learn through experience, and quite honestly, things that I personally am still working on. Number one, focus on the things you have control over. And I want to apologize to anyone from my agency who's here. You probably heard me say that about 100 times. But if you want a lengthy, successful career, focus on the things you have control over. In this profession, change is inevitable, and we have to learn to embrace it and to navigate it. Change is a good thing. It signifies progress. While there are many changes we can't control, we absolutely can control how we respond to them. One of the things we tell employees when they onboard is that you have 100% control over your attitude, your approach, and your effort to your work. So I encourage you to spend time and energy focusing on those things and set aside what you can't control as we continue to embrace and navigate change in this profession. Number two, surround yourself with the right people. This kind of builds on the previous point. Positivity breeds positivity, and negativity does the same. We can become who we surround ourselves with. There's a meme I like to share with my kids every once in a while as a friendly reminder. It's a picture of Denzel Washington in a tuxedo at a podium giving a speech. And it says, if you hang around with 5 confident people, you'll be the 6th. If you hang around 5 intelligent people, you'll be the 6th. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. And if you hang around 5 idiots, you'll be the 6th. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that if you hang around 5 people who cannot see anything good in this world, you'll be the 6th. Be smart and be selective with who you choose to surround yourself with. Number 3, try to understand the perspective of others. Perspective is defined as a particular attitude toward or a way of regarding something, a point of view. People have a perspective of the police based on history and experiences, and in some cases, they're very painful experiences. When you put that uniform on and go out into the world, people are going to draw upon previous experiences with the police and use them to frame their perspectives and their expectations of us. And these perspectives and expectations get shared, sometimes across generations. And these perspectives and expectations can impact outcomes, especially if we don't make the effort to try to understand them. To some, our uniform represents a historically unfair system, which can lead to hurt, expressions of anger, mistrust, and expectations of police harm and not police help. And I didn't fully understand this when I started. I just wanted to help people, and I did not understand the history that I was carrying with me. Try to understand the perspective of others. The most effective cops I've ever worked with take the time to listen to people, not to form a response, but to understand. I've watched great cops make connections with people by listening, by empathizing, and by working to identify common ground as a platform for moving forward together. Please know that every contact you make throughout the course of your career has the potential to shape the perspective of others. So treat everybody with dignity and respect, and do your best to leave people better than you found them. Number 4, ask for help. And I'm not talking about asking for help with a report or an investigation, although that's important too. Ask for help for you. I'm talking about your individual wellness. Studies have shown the exposure to trauma has a cumulative effect over time, and if left unattended, it can have significant impacts on an individual's mental and physical health. Exposure to trauma is a part of this job, and none of us are experts in how to process trauma. But there are experts available to you. I want to close today by sharing some words of wisdom from Herm Edwards. For those of you who don't know who that is, he's a longtime college and NFL coach and a football analyst. His father was a career military man and taught Coach Edwards much that contributed to his successful career. When Coach Edwards was young, his father told him, "Son, let me tell you what I'm going to give you. It's something you can't buy. You'll never be able to buy it. I'm going to give you a good name." And then he walked towards the door and he paused and he turned around and said, "Don't screw it up." To Academy Class 176, when you put your uniform on and you go out into the world, you wear two names on it. You wear your family's name and you wear your agency's name. And what you do in the world, how you treat people, how you care for our communities, the bravery and courage you display every day reflects on those good names. And that is a huge responsibility. And we thank you for the commitment you made to do your best each and every day as you courageously step into one of the most challenging yet rewarding professions on the planet. We need good people to do this work, and we are truly blessed to have you join in our law enforcement family. Thank you for listening, and thank you for what you do each and every day. God bless and stay safe. Thank you.